said I was chosen, marked before my first breath, like it was destiny. My mother, once barren, was visited by an angel, glowing and radiant, appeared to her, bringing hope and joy. He spoke of a son who would begin to deliver Israel from the Philistines, a Nazirite consecrated to God from the womb. No razor would touch my head, no wine would cross my lips. I was meant to stand out, a living proof of a special promise, you know? My uncut hair wasn't the source of my power, but a constant, visible reminder of the one who gave it. The more I grew, the more I felt the Spirit of the Lord guiding me. A fire in my veins, a wild power that just wouldn't back down. I met a lion on the road to Timnah and tore it apart with my bare hands as if it were a young goat. I faced 1,000 Philistines with nothing but the jawbone of a donkey and left them in a heap upon the field. I became a legend, a name whispered in fear in the streets of Ashkelon and Gaza. I was Israel's champion. Every time I celebrated a win, I couldn't shake this heavy feeling inside. Pride began to whisper that the strength was mine, not his. I confused the gift with the giver and started living by my own rules, chasing my own desires, forgetting the reason I was born. My greatest weakness was never a fortified wall or an enemy army. It was my own heart. I had a hunger for Philistine women, a desire that God had forbidden, a path that led me further and further from my calling. Then I saw Delilah, and wow, her beauty was a total trap, right? Her words felt like a silky net pulling me in. The Philistine lord saw my weakness and offered her a fortune to uncover the secret of my strength. She came to me with whispers of love, but her eyes held the glint of silver. 3 times she pleaded, "Tell me the secret of your great strength." 3 times I lied, playing a dangerous game, believing I was in control. I let her bind me with fresh bowstrings, then with new ropes, then weave my hair into the loom. Each time, I broke free with ease, laughing at her frustration. I was invincible, or so I thought, but her persistence wore me down. Her constant nagging became a torment to my soul. One night, feeling totally worn out and a bit silly, I finally spilled the truth. I told her everything about the Nazirite vow, about the sacred covenant symbolized by my uncut hair. I laid my head in her lap, feeling safe, and shared my deepest secrets. I awoke to a chilling silence. The familiar weight of my hair was gone. The enemy was upon me. I rose to fight, reaching for that familiar, world-shaking power that always fuels me. But there was nothing, only a hollow, terrifying emptiness. The Spirit of the Lord had left me. They grabbed me, and my strength felt like just a fading memory. They gouged out my eyes, plunging me into a world of unending darkness. The man who made nations tremble was now bound in bronze fetters, a blind slave grinding grain in a Gaza prison. They mocked me, the fallen champion, their laughter echoing in my darkness. But God was not finished with me. In that dark, humiliating prison, as my hair slowly began to grow, something else grew with it: humility. Stripped of my strength, my sight, my freedom, I finally remembered the God who had chosen me. It's not about my strength, but about what He wants to achieve through me. His mercy found me in the dust. The day of the festival arrived. The Philistines gathered by the thousands in the temple of their god, Dagon. They called for me, the broken giant, to be their entertainment. They praised Dagon for delivering me into their hands, celebrating their god's victory over the God of Israel. They stood me between the 2 central pillars that supported the entire temple. The roar of the crowd was deafening, their jeers like daggers. In that moment, surrounded by my enemies, blind and in chains, I prayed, not a shout of defiance, but a broken whisper. "Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just this one time, that I may honor you even in my death." A surge of power, greater than any I had ever known, flooded my body. I placed my hands on the two pillars, my fingers finding holds in the cold stone. With a final cry to heaven, I pushed, not for revenge, not for glory, but for redemption. The pillars groaned, then cracked. The foundation trembled, and the great temple came crashing down, a storm of stone and dust. In that final sacrificial act, thousands of my enemies perished with me, and I fulfilled the purpose I had so long forgotten. When the walls came down, I finally understood. True strength isn't in what you can destroy, it's in knowing who you depend on. If this story spoke to your heart, share it. Someone out there needs to remember that even the strongest can fall and still rise through grace. Share, like, and subscribe, and journey with me through more stories of strength, failure, and redemption, told through the eyes of those who lived them.